There is no more dangerous sentence in all of investing than this one. Sell everything. It usually arrives on a red day when your screen is bleeding and the headlines are screaming. Your heart pounds, your stomach drops, and a voice insists, "Get out now, before it all disappears." Today we learn when selling really is the right move, and when sell everything is the single most expensive mistake you can make. First, let's understand where the urge comes from, because it is deeply human. When prices fall, our ancient brain treats it like physical danger and shouts run. A falling portfolio feels exactly like losing money you already had, even though you have actually sold nothing. The fear is completely real, but the fear is also a terrible financial advisor. Here is the brutal math that the panic hides from you. The moment you sell in a crash, you turn a temporary paper loss into a permanent, locked-in loss. While you sit in cash, frightened, the market does what it has always eventually done. It recovers. And the strongest recovery days almost always come right after the scariest down days. If you sell everything, you are not just locking in the fall, you are guaranteeing that you will miss the bounce. That 1-2 punch, selling low and then missing the rebound, is exactly how panic destroys wealth. Let me show you the cruelest statistic in the whole market. Over decades, a huge share of all the gains happen on just a tiny handful of the very best days. Miss only the 10 best days, and your total return can be cut roughly in half. And those best days cluster right in the middle of the panics, exactly when a scared seller would be sitting in cash. This is why time in the market beats timing the market almost every single time. So, when is selling actually the right decision? There are a few honest reasons to sell, and they have nothing to do with fear. 1. The story broke, and the business is no longer the quality company you originally bought. 2. You genuinely need the money soon for a house, a goal, or a real-life event. 3. One winner grew so large that it now dominates your whole portfolio, so you trim it to stay balanced. 4. You simply reached the goal you were investing for, and it is finally time to enjoy it. Notice that every good reason is calm, planned, and personal, never a reaction to a scary headline. Now the reasons that feel urgent, but are almost always wrong. Selling because the price dropped today, that is not a reason, that is just fear talking. Selling because a famous voice on television predicted a crash. Remember, the experts are wrong constantly. Selling because everyone around you is panicking. The crowd is usually most terrified at the exact bottom. Selling a great business simply because it became temporarily cheaper makes no real sense at all. If your only reason to sell is that you are afraid, that is the clearest possible signal to do nothing. There's also a calmer middle path between holding on and dumping everything. You almost never have to make a total, all-or-nothing choice. If a position is genuinely keeping you up at night, you can trim a little instead of selling the whole thing. Selling a small slice can ease the fear while keeping you invested for the recovery. Whole portfolio, sell everything decisions are exactly the ones you will regret the most. The real secret is to make your selling rules before the storm, not during it. When you're calm, write down the only reasons you will ever sell. Then, when the red day comes and your hands are shaking, you do not decide anything. You just follow the plan. A plan made in calm beats a decision made in panic every single time. Let's be honest about the discipline this really takes. Doing nothing while your portfolio falls feels almost impossible, and it is the hardest skill in all of investing. But the investors who quietly hold, or even keep buying straight through the fear, are the ones who end up wealthy. The ones who hit sell everything almost always buy back later, higher, poorer, and quietly ashamed. And here is the steady through line we always come back to. The long-term index investor has the easiest answer of all to the question, when should I sell? For the most part, the honest answer is almost never. You just keep holding the whole market. They let crashes pass by like weather, knowing the market has survived every single one. That boring, do-nothing discipline quietly beats almost everyone who tries to be clever. So burn this in a memory for the next time your screen turns red. Selling in panic turns a temporary dip into a permanent loss and makes you miss the rebound. Sell only for honest, planned reasons. The story broke. You need the money. You are rebalancing or you reach your goal. Never sell everything just because you are scared. Make your rules in the calm, and then simply follow them in the storm. I will see you in the next one, where we explore the smartest, simplest way to keep buying, no matter what the market is doing.